Alright, so the first thing we're doing is we're looking at the different cages. This is a Phrygian, but it's a Phrygian in the key of 6. If this, no matter what this is, what note it is, okay, but mostly it would be E tuned. Okay, it would be, if this is E, alright, then this would be F. Okay, so we go F. Here's your Phrygian third. F, F sharp, G. Okay, then G sharp, then A sharp, then C, then C sharp. That's why it says C sharp there. If it's D tuned, then this flatted third would be D. Okay, then the third would be D sharp. Alright, so it'd be D sharp, Phrygian third to E. So it would be the key of A there. It would be the key of B there, rather, in D tuning. D is the purple. So obviously, we're going to have a lot of sharps and flats there. It's the R becomes the B. Okay? Let's move along. And then we have the blues magic key to help us out. And that's the latest concept, but we've got a lot of explaining to do before this becomes easy. Okay? But what it's really saying is, say in the Aeolian 6 here, we've got a lone wolf 7 there. But if we start the 6 here, let's say we start it in the key of C. Now, this is complicated, and I've seen some music lately as, what does that mean? I'm trying to make it easy. This is a cage, and it's unique. It's one of 12 cages that are unique. Of course, we have the tripentatonic G, but we also have a G box that's a long cage box that doesn't have the lone wolf behind the fret nut capo. So it's the key of 3 of whatever this R is, if this note, lowest playable note, LPN, is whatever it is. It could be an E, over here we've got it could be an E, it could be a D, it could be a C, but in actuality it could be any note. If you have the capo there, we're just looking at standard tunings off the fret nut. So we're going to look at the key of C. We're going to look at the lowest playable is C. It simply becomes, what is C the 6th flat of? Well, go up 1, what's C sharp the 6th of? It's the key of E. Right there, the key of E. What's the blues magic key for the key of E? The key of D. Okay, so what are we going to do here? I'm going to play right here. Okay, so we've got 6, 7 root. But if we play blues magic, we would play okay, that would be blues magic. So our key of C sharp there, is it C sharp? It's the key of E. It's the key of E. So we just play this. Now if it's blues, it's okay to do a dominant 7 on the home key. Now we're going to start, and we're going to make this a G and this a 7 root 2, the same as this guy. It'd be just like playing 2 over, because it's a whole step down. So we would go like this. This is the same. G7 root E2 is G. Here's your G is the 7 root E2. So it'd be like playing this. So we go. See, it's important to get every single note in the blues magic scale. Okay, because that one note you decide, I don't want to play that one, That could be an important blues note. So that's how that works. And we, of course, have the 12. The 12 keys. We have Dorian here. It would be the key of 7. If the lowest playable note is a C, C is the second flat of what? The key of B again. Okay? That's how it works. So it's the same for all the rest of them. Okay, so we have to move along, or we'll just muddle our way through all of them. That's what the chart has. I only have 3 out of 12 possibilities. Okay, but I have blues magic for each one of them. Remember, blues magic string shape is the string shape over here. So 2D, 3, 4, C, 2D, 3, 4, and I just leave the C out there. Over here, Phrygian, the blues magic for that C, 5A, 6G, 2 over, you got it, 2 over right there, C5. Why do we not have C5? It should be 2 over. Oh, because the, let's see. Okay, well, like any good system in guitar, it doesn't work for everything, right? Here we have 3, 4, C5, and over here 2 over, we've got 3, 4, C5. Here we have blues magic is 7 root E2, it'd be 7 root E2. And then here we have C5A 6G. I think we got that wrong, okay? And that might be an Andy typo. Okay, my bad. This is correct. C5A6G is 2 over C5A6G, which would be the same C5A6G. C is just the 5 flat. So this brings us, so obviously I was just fooled by my own little system there. Okay, so here's the Dorian magic. Here's little Dory's magic book. When I was a kid, that just mesmerized me. Book blues magic key. Okay, so blues magic key is always 1 over. So if you're on the key of F, blues magic would be E flat. Here's F. And blues magic would be E flat. Okay, so it's just one whole step below. That's blues magic. And all you got to do is add the tritone. All you have to do is add the tritone. So while we're there, let's go over the blues magic pattern stack. This is all 12 now. It's all 12 now. I know I'm over here now, but when I pick up the guitar, we'll be able to see what's going on. Okay, so blues magic, root 2, 3, 4, 5, blues note 6. Root 2, 3, 4, 5, blues note between the 5 and the 6 of the blues magic key is the tritone between 4 and 5 of the regular key. Okay, so what's G the 4th of? G is the 4th of D, so it would be in like D there. Okay, but it doesn't sound bluesy because I'm just playing a major scale. So I'm really putting, let's look at what it sounds like with just one blues note. Okay, there's one blues note, that's it. C dominant. Okay, now let's look at C major with another blues note. And then with the tritone. So the tritone, by the way, is a note that we tend to add in as opposed to substitute. Okay? You can substitute it a little bit. Alright, but it seems like it's easier to add in because it's always surrounded by the 4th and the 5th. So that's the blues magic key, and we have the blues notes there. they'd be between the 5 and the 6. That's the gist of this. These are the keys as they would work out